What's going on, guys? It's a beautiful snowy day. About 20 degrees right now here in Kentucky. And today's video, we are going to show you how to make the most simple emergency fire starter. Me and Bubba Rooski here.
Hello.
We're going to show you how to make the best, well, I call it the world's best fire starter, you know, with cotton balls and petroleum jelly, maybe a little rubbing alcohol and some matches for a little pro tip trick there. And we're just going to get this underway and let's do this. All right, fellas, so here's the scenario. You're out in the woods, you get lost, you need a fire and you need one quick. The sun's going down and you don't want to die, okay? You don't want to die. That's the key here. It's a survival, right? Whether this is for homesteading, bushcraft, simple, you know, whatever reason that you need a fire and you need one quick. And there's other videos on this too. But I'm gonna show you a few little tricks here on things you can do. First, you can use a couple plastic bags. Have two of these on you, little Ziploc bags. All right. Let's go into my special bag here. Jumbo cotton balls from Walmart, right? $1, 96 cents, you know, tax, whatever. It's a buck, okay? Cotton balls. You don't have to use this, but 91%, not 70, 91% isopropyl rubbing alcohol. You can put a little in your cotton balls and it'll help ignite faster, some people say. Well, we're gonna find that out, right? But you don't really need that. Little container to put your cotton balls in. Once you put your petroleum jelly on them, we'll get to that. These are good to have regardless of any situation, but it's always good to have these with you. If your flint steel, you lost it or you don't have it, a little box of matches. And this is like 96 cents at Walmart. There's 10 boxes of matches right here for 96 cents. So this is some cheap budget survival, right guys? And of course our handy dandy little $1.77. Only costs that much at Walmart for a little thing of Vaseline. That's plenty to do whatever you need to do. Okay? And for me personally, I use these little itty bitty nicotine pouch containers. I don't smoke very much. I put nicotine pouches in every once in a while. But it's cool because you can, they tight click, you know, together they seal very well. And you can put your cotton balls in here, 3 or 4 or 5 of them in with petroleum jelly, and seal them in these if you want into your like survival tin or emergency kit. So we got a couple, and we might actually burn one of these all together at the same time to see how long it burns. So a couple of those. And these are $1.50 at Walmart. These little, in the craft section, these little bitty glass jars. These are neat because you can shove probably 3 or 4 or 5, I don't know, cotton balls in each one of them with the petroleum jelly. Or if you got your EDC setup, you can put your Vaseline in here, or with your cotton balls, or you can put a bunch of matches in here, and it'll keep it watertight and sealed. So these are very handy for these things. Preferably, I would probably keep like matches in them, or some alcohol, or some lighter fluid in here, something like that. It'll work out great without making a mess. So we got some of these if we decide to use them, but these are very handy. So those also $1.50. This stuff is cheap, guys. All right. And also, check this out. You can go get you some of this. See the feathery roughage right here on this piece of bark? This came off a even fresher cut piece of locust. A piece of locust. Right? What's good about that is you take your knife and you can pry some of this bark off a dead locust, or even a decent one. Sometimes you'll find this feathery, almost you could just start a fire with it by itself. You can see that. That's amazing, right? We got us a little bit of tinder here to throw on after our cotton balls start burning. So let's get started. All right, guys, so get you a little plastic bag and put some cotton balls in it. How many cotton balls do you want to put in it? I don't think it matters really, but I'm gonna put these 3 in here. Get some wood shavings in there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's put about 8 of them in there just for fun of it, right? Okay. Now, how much petroleum jelly do you need? I mean, honestly, half a tablespoon, you know, a quarter of a tablespoon, enough just to basically wipe on it. Because the trick of it is after you get it saturated, you are going to tear it open and start it from the inside to ignite as a wicking material with the petroleum jelly. So, I did not bring a spoon or anything. So we're going to use our handy dandy little Odin Wolf knife here. This is a great use for it actually, right? It's wonderful use for this knife. Put a little bit of this bad boy in here. And yeah, you can use your fingers and be a man too, but you know it's kind of cold out here. It's probably like between 15 and 20 degrees, so we're being warm about this. Okay, here we go. So do that. And on this batch, we're gonna do something just a little bit different that you don't normally see people do. Maybe some people, but take a little bit of this 91% isopropyl rubbing alcohol. We're gonna put us a little Dalsaruski in here, just a little bit, right? Nothing too crazy. Set this over here. Seal our bag up, and we'll just sit here and mash all these goodies together. Oh yeah, just mash it, mash it, mash it. And honestly, you can just keep this with you and just take a cotton ball. Anytime you need it, just rub it a little bit on it. I mean, that works too. It's that simple. You don't have to go through all these crazy steps to do this. This just avoids, I guess, a bigger mess if you want to do it this way. And it works okay for the most part. If it's the best way, but somebody else on another video tried this and it was a really good idea. So you know what? People can share their good ideas. So it was a good idea. So we're gonna go with that good idea. Just squish it up, right? There's our petroleum jelly and alcohol based one, right? Now we're gonna take the other one and just use petroleum jelly. No alcohol. And this stuff is good to keep with you, you know, on these cotton balls or just in a separate container, because the petroleum jelly can be good, you know, a good use for first aid. So always remember that too. There's always more than one use for something. Always be thinking ahead and all that good stuff. Well, she didn't want to come out, but now we're getting it out. Maybe a knife was actually better than a spoon. This stuff is actually pretty good. Get a nice nasty heap and help in there. Hey, it's kind of messy. I see why people do this, right? Well, they use the bags, but honestly, I think it's just as good and quicker just to swipe it in a little container of petroleum jelly. Just swipe it and store it. Seems like a pretty good idea to me. Mash it around for 30 seconds to a minute or so. Get her all fired up. And people say the ones with petroleum jelly and cotton only burn between 4 minutes to about, well, they roughly burn 12 minutes, some 15 minutes. I guess it depends how much petroleum jelly you have on them. And these are jumbo cotton balls. The alcohol, when people say they burn between like 4 and 10 minutes, but either way, if the alcohol ignites faster and you need the fire quicker, that might be a good thing if it burns hotter. So either way, choice is yours. But yeah, this is probably, in my opinion, definitely the world's best fire starter. So, in this corner, on the right, we can get it out of the bag because she's a goo. Oh my gosh, she's turned to like pure goo here. This stuff is so messy, but it's awesome, right? Because it works. Okay, we're gonna take this. Actually, we'll take our gloves off because this stuff is goopy, right? Shred it apart a little bit. Get it all nice and shredded. And off your hands if you can. Don't let anybody play with you. This stuff is kind of gooey and funky. But if it works, then it works. Alright? That's what we're focusing on here. And in this corner, we got the alcohol one. Or two, or something. Yeah, right there it is. The alcohol-based petroleum jelly cotton ball here. Alright. Oh, maybe. Get it off my hands. Okay, here we go. So, let's give it a try with my gooey hands here. We'll get the old trusty flint and steel kit going here. So you can get right up underneath it after you get it tore up a little bit. Look at that. On the first try, that's just a petroleum jelly and cotton. Check this out. That's pretty friggin' awesome. Move it over here. Look at this, guys. Move it over here to your furry situation of this locust bark. Just take a stick and rake it that close. Make sure you got your tinder ready when you do this. As you see, she's going pretty well, right? So let's try the alcohol-based one. I mean, I don't know if it'd work much better because, you know, that was pretty awesome. But she does it on the first try. Just make sure you get your, a few pre-strikes on your flint. Get it all nice and, you know, ready on your blade there. Let's try this one. Yep, I missed. Yep, she's not getting it. Well, first try. I mean, when I actually got underneath it. And it's still sparking. So the alcohol seems like it's burning hot, quicker. So yes, it worked just as good, if not better. This one got it on the first try, but look how hot the alcohol is burning. And it's burning 10 times hotter, quicker than just a petroleum jelly. Which should give me just enough time to do this. To feed it with some stuff. I mean, I don't know, both work really well. This one's trying to, it seems like the petroleum jelly one here might be lasting longer, but I may have fed this one a little bit better. So the result is, to be honest, all right. So the result is, the one with the petroleum jelly catches super fast. It starts out a little slower. The one with the alcohol starts out with a bigger flame and hotter. So if you need a quick, big flame quicker to burn something immediately, I'd go with the alcohol. But as long as you're gonna sit there and babysit it for a little bit longer and watch it, then I'd go with just petroleum jelly and cotton ball. Either way, you can't go wrong, right? But let's try something interesting here, right? Let's take one of these things. Tear it apart a little bit. Just a little bit. Get our box of matches out here. Cheap box of matches, right? We're gonna do this. We're getting creative now. Say you don't have your fire steel or your flint, right? You're in trouble. You've lost it. Heck, you even lost your knife. But you still have your matches. But say you only have one match or two. You don't want to screw this up, right? Wrap your little gooey ball around your match. You could even keep them if they were in a safe spot like this, if it wouldn't get ruined. And then you strike it. And then watch the magic work. Look at that. How cool is that? Pro tip. Put a match inside your cotton ball, not the striking end, the dry end, into the cotton ball. So, how can we store these easy, EDC? I do it this way, right? Check this out. These little pouches, what's cool about them is, when you get done using your little nicotine pouches, it's got a spot you can spit these little things out in here, right? Interesting fact. They happen to be the perfect size for matches. For the most part, a few of them anyway. See? Matches. You can close it up. You take a little piece of sandpaper. I know you can just, glue it on the back or tape it on the back, a little piece of sandpaper. Nothing crazy. Just like a 600 grain piece of sandpaper. I mean, like, takes 10 seconds to do it. Spray on, whatever. A piece of sandpaper. Keep a piece with you. In case this little deal here doesn't work very good and goes bad, right? But I just keep them in this. Like that. Like it was made for it. And in here, you can store your gooey cotton balls in mass abundance. There's like maybe 3 or 4 in there, right? 3, 4. That's gonna be enough to get you 2 or 3 fires anyway. I can put 3 or 4 in there. What's great about these, you can stuff it plumb full and still closes perfectly, right? Now, let's say you're really hurting and you need one good fire, right? You need one good fire. Well, check this out. Get your little matches out here. And this baby here is still burning. It's going to burn for like 10 minutes with that match in it, guys. It's got the wood in it. Look at that. I guess that one had a lot on it. That sucker is burning like crazy. Let's move all this out of the way. Get our matches out of this. Check this. Well, let's separate it a little bit before I get too crazy on this. Maybe it'll start up. Who knows? Let's try this out. Look at that. Instantly, right? Now how long will that burn? So these things here, I can get a little bitty plastic container that's cheap, a little snuff container. These babies here, like, that are, throwaway things. You can stuff all your little cotton balls in them, and they store very easy because they're very small. And you can burn the whole thing. You put wood on top of that, and as it burns, it'll burn into the plastic. And since it encases around your cotton ball, it'll make it burn longer, hopefully. You can even burn our match. I didn't tear this one really apart very much, to be fair about it. Let's give her another whack here. Right? So, a little bit of our tinder here. Just right on top that naturally comes off this piece of bark. A few little branches if need be. Go in here. When is this going to burn? Right? this one over here is still going. The one with the match that I stuck in it. I mean, it's been like maybe 5-6 minutes, I don't know, but it looks like it's gonna burn for a while. It's just not dying out. If you burn your whole little thing here and all this catches fire, you can put wood on it and you'll have your shavings, and you can put your bigger wood on it and it'll make a complete fire in no time because it's gonna melt this plastic. I'm sure the plastic melting is not great for you, but in an emergency situation, you know, it burns, right? It doesn't matter. You're just gonna use it. This is all wood that I didn't, a lot of this bigger wood here that I just found on the ground as I was walking up here, or back here. So guys, I hope this helps. So remember, good old white petroleum jelly, good stuff. You can use it for all kinds of things. Keep you some matches with you because, you know, as you can see, one match in a cotton ball like burns forever because it burns the stick in the middle of it with it. For some reason that works amazing. I mean, it's still going. Our deal here is still going. It's not dying anytime soon, even with this cold wind hitting it. So this is, in my opinion, the world's easiest and best fire starter. And remember, if you want hot fire that'll burn for about 4 to 5 minutes, douse it with a little bit of alcohol first before your petroleum jelly. Either way, if you don't, just use the Vaseline, tear it apart, spark it in the middle. She's gonna burn for a while, even if it starts out slower. Either way you go, you can't really mess this up. If you can halfway start a fire, and always carry a lighter with you. It's always important to carry a lighter with you. And one of these, because it's fun. Because, you know, you see a Bambi walking by and you're like, I have issues. Either way, awesome. Talk to you guys later. God bless you and your families, and I hope this helps. World's best survival emergency fire starter right here. You can't beat it. If somebody's got any better solution, way to do this, then please let me know down in the comments. And please like and subscribe and share. I really appreciate it. Helps the channel out and help us grow and be able to put more content. And if you like this content, then like I said, leave a comment, and we appreciate everybody for watching. Have a great day.